Developer Student Club lead for his campus, the lead influencer for Crowdsource eBay by Google, and the campus ambassador for Paybox Global. Please settle down, please. If you're at the back, please move forward. If you are standing, please sit down. Black Python dev, please excuse us over there, please.
Hi everyone, good morning. Or we are still in the afternoon. I'm a fine boy. I'm on Lagos, they show me Shege. But welcome to Lagos. So I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to talk to you guys about what I know on Django. So we are going to have fun. Are you ready? So I want to do what the rap the other guy did. Do you want to hear my rap? Do you want to hear my rap? Right. So I am Julius. I'm Julius from Ghana, and I'm very happy that I'm in Lagos, even though you get it, Lagos is it? No, the Jollof, Ghana Jollof is nice now. But yes, so I'm a software engineer, and I like to code in Python as my core language. I like to code in Django. Everything in the Python ecosystem, I do it. All right. So basically, during my lightning talk, I was talking fast, but now it's my time to talk, right? So let's go. I'm a student, and I'm a Google Developer Student Club lead as well. And then I am a Pi Club lead. So Boss Money, Aisha spoke about Pi Club. Please, when it gets to your campus, please try and join. It's a very good initiative. It's a very good thing to join the Pi Club. You don't know anything about Python, you're going to know it when you join the Pi Club. And I'm very happy that I'm at the lead for my campus. I'm gonna clap for me now. Great. I'm a crowdsource influencer for Google, and we contribute to the AI body of Google and everything that, the AI aspect of Google, we all contribute. And I spoke about this during my lightning talk, right? Then I'm a DjangoCon organizer. I organized DjangoCon Europe this year, and also DjangoCon Africa, everything about Django. DjangoCon US, I'm an organizer too as well. And then I'm a mobile engineer. Almost one person, plenty things, why? Great. So today we are going to have what we call Django plus Fast API fusions. How many of us here write Django? We have quite the number. How many of us here write Fast API? Okay, cool. So how many of us heard about Fast API, but didn't want to leave your Django alone, but you still wanted to use Fast API? All right. So have you ever thought of a language that can let you write Fast API in your Django? Have you seen anything like that? Okay, cool. Then means that my talk will be educative. Hey. All right. So please, anytime I'm speaking at every event or any event at all, I really need my audience help. I need your help in a sense that I talk very fast, very fast. So if you see that you hear that I'm speaking very fast, you can just give me a sign like this, so that I'll make sure that I'm keeping my spaces in my sentences, adding punctuation marks in my sentences. I'll be cool. So you can give me a sign if I'm going too fast for you guys. And also, I don't have any problem when I'm speaking and you put up your hands that you want to ask a question. I'm okay with that. But it comes with a TNC. The TNC is that you have to be in my mind, though. So if you ask the question in the talk and I forget, you have to remind me. Is it okay? But in case, it's just by the way, though, but you can ask a question in my talk. That's fine for me. You don't have to wait to the end. You can add up to anything. See, I don't know anything and everything. So if I'm talking and someone asks a question and you feel like you know the answer, no problem. Put up your hand and you can answer for me. Are we cool? Now, this is what I like to do at every event. Don't sleep. Let's warm up. Please, with all due respect, can you be on your feet? Let's do this real quick. Real quick. I'm come to rap, so you know me, I'm a rapper. So I'm come to give you a show. Are you ready? So we are going to play this game. When I say your head, you touch your head, your shoulders, your knees, your toes, everything, you do it. Are you ready? I'm not a feel your Bible. Are you ready? All right, so head, shoulders, knees, head, almost sit down. Oh, no, it's okay. All right, head, knee, head, head, shoulders. Why you touch your shoulders? Why you touch your knee when I'm saying shoulders? Is it you? Okay, head, knees, shoulders, head. All of you sit down. That's great. That's great. That's great. Don't worry, I'll give you my freestyle after the talk, all right? And so, my talk is going to focus on understanding the core concept of Django Ninja, learn how to set up and develop API with Django Ninja, then master user authentications and error handling, explore performance optimization, adopt best practices for API development, then experience the real world application with Django Ninja. So when we talk about Django Ninja, what is Django Ninja? I've been talking about Django Ninja and Fast API and everything about Django, but what is it at all? So Django Ninja is a web framework for building APIs, right? And with APIs with Django, designed to be fast and easy to use and intuitive. You know, I asked that, do you write in Fast API? And I had some numbers, people who write in Fast API. And what about Django? We didn't want to leave our Django alone, but we still wanted to include Fast API in our code. We wanted to, because Fast API is easy, right? And Django too is quite easy though. But I wanted to write Fast API in Django. And that's what Django Ninja is all about. It lets you write Fast API in Django. So if you are here and you write APIs, I'm not condemning Django REST framework, I beg. I still use Django REST framework for my APIs. You can write Django, you can use Django Ninja for API writing. And I believe after my talk, you're going to really love to write APIs with Django Ninja. So why am I advocating for Django Ninja, or why do I want you to use Django Ninja? One, it is designed to be easy to use and intuitive. Even if you're new to Python, you can just learn the basics and you're good to write your APIs. It's very easy. You get to see them. Now, fast executions, very high performance, thanks to the Pydantic and ASIC support. You know, sometimes you're writing, I don't know, DRF doesn't have async support. Does it? I don't know yet. But this has an async support and it's fast to code. You just write what you want. And I'll tell you what I really like about Django Ninja, right? It's coming soon. And it's Django friendly. As I said, I didn't want to leave my Django alone. I still wanted to maintain my Django ORM, but I still want to add some feel of fast API. Great. So it is production ready and companies are using it. So yes. So what is the purpose of Django Ninja? It provides Django developers with a tool to rapidly develop APIs by bringing the Fast APIs approach to Django. So, if you have used Fast API before, you see that it is straightforward. It lets you do everything by yourself from scratch. But this is going to give you, Django Ninja is kind of adopting that, but still maintaining the Django ORM and using how you use your Django LAM. Yes. So, best benefits of Django Ninja is fast API development. I said it already. Type checking. So, when you're writing some of your schemas, you want to add type checking to it, and this does it with the help of Pydantic. So when I take you guys through the examples of writing or starting up with Django Ninja, you get to see that it is very easy to use Django Ninja to write your APIs. And I believe after here, you guys are going to start using it. Now, if you use Fast API, you know that it automatically generates documentation for you, right? This is what Django Ninja is all about. It's all about too. It automatically writes your Django Ninja, your documentations for you, and it's easy to go, very easy. Now, this is the diagram for Django Ninja. This was generated by AI. See the way it's weird. So, Fast API is in Django Ninja. Type checking is in Django Ninja. Django itself is in Django Ninja. Then, performance is great. So, Fast API-like features in Django Ninja is the type checking. As I said, we have type checking. What is type checking? Now, for instance, I'm writing schemas, and I want to be strict with my models or types or whatever. I can strictly give it to you. Get to understand it very soon. I can give it types checking to make sure that it helps in validations. Yes, so that you don't see people entering strings in an integer field. You get it? Yes. Now, automatic API documentation, I said it already. Then comparison with Django. I'm not taking away Django REST framework, but traditional Django requires more boilerplate for APIs. Like it comes, as you know, they said Django is a battery included framework, so it's really bulky sometimes. But what if you want to just, that's why Fast API was easy to use, and that's why we have traditional Django requires more boilerplate for APIs. Django Ninja streamlines everything you're doing and make it easy to write your APIs. So how to set up your Django APIs. Now, if you want to start writing Django Ninja, you want to know more about Django Ninja, this steps is going to give you some kind of easy ways to start your Django Ninja application. So now you can scan this it will take you to the documentation for Django Ninja. Then you can read more about Django Ninja, right? So you can scan this if you want to know more about Django Ninja, right? I'm giving you 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. Are you okay? Great. So now install your Django Ninja. How many of us have heard about UV, like installing packages with UV? Great. Dawn knows about UV. So UV lets you install packages like in a very fast way. It was built by Ruff. And if you want to, instead of maybe writing pip install Django Ninja, you can use UV install or UV pip install Django Ninja, and it installs in just a second. So at least you have learned something, that you can install packages very fast with UV, right? So how do you install UV itself? You install UV using pip. So you start with pip install UV. Then you have the UV on your PC, right? And then you can install all packages now using the UV in just a second. It doesn't take long, like the way pip can take you through a long run in installing packages. Any question? I can continue, right? Great. So after installing your UV, you can now install your Django Ninja with UV pip install Django Ninja. Then you have Django Ninja installed. So one thing I like about Django Ninja is that you don't really have to add it to your installed app. As soon as you install it, so you can choose not to start Django applications. You can just go straight and build everything from your scratch. It doesn't really need, it has Django in it already, so you don't really have to install Django again. Yes. So import your dependencies, right? So after installing, can I zoom in this? Oh, so sorry. But after installing, now you can import your dependencies and you can start writing your APIs. Now, what do you see? Sorry, you can't see. I'll take you through. So what you're seeing in the code is that I have imported the Django Ninja from Ninja, and I've given an instance to it. So from here, you see we have API is equal to Ninja API. That means I've instantiated the Django Ninja, and then I can start writing my API. I can call API.get, API.post, API.update or put, and API.delete. Yes. And then you can start writing your API from there. It's very easy as well. Now, I'm going to give you an example of building APIs with Django Ninja using the crude example. I'm going to talk about the CR, and the UD comes with it if you get the first two. Great. Now, let's see this. Anytime you want to create models, it's the same thing like you do in Django Ninja. You go to your models.py, you start, for instance, I'm creating a department application or application for a company, and I need a department and I need an employees. You can start by creating your models with the name department, same way you do in Django. That's why I said Django is doing it. So you go and type title is equal to model.char field, and also you create your employees model, same way you do it in Django. Then you're done. Now, after creating your models, you have to create schemas so that it can validate it when you want to maybe show it to the user. So when you create your schemas, we have, this is the schema. We have from Ninja import schema, because we are coming to write schemas. So you import the schema from the Ninja package. Then I can start writing it like this. Class employee into bracket the schema, because in Fast API you see it as a model manager or something like that. Oh, sorry, base model. So first name, and I give you the type checking. As you see, this is what I was talking about when I was saying type checking. First name, then I give you the then that means first name should take in strings. And basically what I'm doing is that I am picking it from the model I created earlier on, and I'm just giving it a type check-in. Then I'm done with my schemas. Now, why do we have to write schemas for Django Ninja? It depends. For instance, I want the user to see something else. I decide what the user to see. I want the user to see just, for instance, you have username and password. You don't want the user to see or someone else to see the password, but you want the password to be in the database. So you determine what the user should see, right? And so we have the first name, last name, department ID, and that's all. You have written your schemas. Now, what do you use the schemas for? Check here. I can call the schemas as a payload in my API itself. Now, I said we are creating API. So I start with dev create employees, and then I can pass the schemas as a payload to my API, meaning that when you call this endpoint, make sure that you are following the rules of my schemas, right? And then it does the type check-in, and that's where it validates whether the user is doing the right thing by entering string to where strings are needed, right? So, and take note, you can return whatever you want to as well. So here you can see I'm returning ID, and then I return the employee's ID perfectly. It's very easy to do that. So basically, what I did with the employee, this one is that I just gave it to my API, and I asked it to just verify it from the employee's ID. So how do you retrieve all these IDs? As I was saying that, I determine what the user should see. So you could see that when I was creating the API, when I was creating the schemas, I didn't add ID to it because IDs are automatically created for me in the backend by Django itself. But now, when I want to call it for the user to see or the person consuming my API, you could see that I added I created a new schema and I added the ID as a new input, so that when it is given out to the consumer, the person can be able to see that there's an ID in the schema, right? So if you check here, we have API.get, same as fast API. When you're calling your fast API, you can do it API.get, API.post, anything you want to do, and you're good to go. So I called it simply by calling the employees schema in my API for the get response, and then you are good to go. Great. Good. So that's how to start Django Ninja. Easy. I know if you are confused, you can just go to their API documentation and you're good to go. You don't really have to struggle with this. It's very easy to start with Django Ninja. Now, how do you master authentications? I'll come back to that. Let's just run quickly. I don't want to waste my time on this. Good. So last time, Joseph was talking about securities. And a lot of things you have to go through to check that your application is good in security. You don't want to deploy your application, then you start seeing that you are getting this for a lot of things, like when you have your debug is equal to true. Django Ninja saves you a lot because automatically it has this security checks that lets you make sure that everything is in place before you go on production. That's what authentication and authorization does, right? So for instance, I want to authorize someone. What do? I can create my own authorization token. Maybe I don't want to use JWT or anything. I can just create my own authorization token and pass in as an authorizer to my API, right? So that it picks up from whatever I'm asking it to take. But you can still you can write a script to maybe, like how JWT does, to update the API, the token anytime, maybe within 60 seconds or any 1 minute, and everything you want to do with it. So if you want to use the authentication package, you can import it by saying that you are using the HTTP bearer. I'm so sorry you can't see the code because of the light. But you can import it by using the HTTP bearer. Then you can just say that, okay, then if token is equal to super secret, then return the token. Now you can pass that token into every other endpoint that needs to be authorized, or every other endpoint that need authentications, right? Then you're good to go. Now, as you can see, we have the documentation here that is generated for you by Django Ninja. You can pass in your authorization through this point, and then you can call it as you always do with your endpoint. Great. So now, how do you create error? How do you handle errors in Django Ninja? One, you can create exception yourself, or you can allow Django Ninja to do it for you. So how do you let it do it for you? One, you can use the API.exception handler decorator on top of your codes, right? Or on top of your endpoint to do it for you, right? So you don't have to really do anything. But maybe you don't want Django Ninja to give you some funny response. So you can just do this. Let me show you. Instead of returning some fake response, you can just create your own response language for it so that you can pass into every endpoint that needs particular message. For instance, like 500, maybe 500, error 500 code. You can say that, please retry later because it's a database error. You don't want to pass in some weird language. So when you declare this, you can pass it to any endpoint you want in your code and you are good to go. I'll share my slides so that you get to go through it later on. Performance optimization techniques for Django Ninja. Come in. Okay. I have less time. Great. Now let's adopt best practices for API development. A lot of us write APIs any way we want. Sometimes I was working in a team and I thought I've created a cool API. I sent it to the I did a pull request and then I was thinking that I've made something good. But they came to tell me that, bro, you didn't follow good practices in API development. Do this and do that. And that's how I want to show you how you can adopt the best practices to writing your APIs, right? So that you get those who are consuming it very easy to use, right? Now, utilize type hints for clarity. I spoke about type checking. Make sure that anytime you are requesting something in your parameters, or maybe anytime you have parameters, make sure that you give it a type hint. For instance, this code is requesting for item ID. Item ID, okay, you didn't tell it that it's an integer, it's a string, it's an anything. Someone can pass in a string and that can generate errors. Now, make sure that with Django Ninja, make sure that you are passing in your type hint, right? So if item ID, make sure that it's taking int or any type you want it to take, right? Now, make sure that Okay, let's talk about the structure. So how do you organize make sure you organize your code well in Django Ninja. Now, how do you organize your code? With Django Ninja, you can just start with the app directory, and that's where all your API goes into it. Now, everything about your API goes into it, or endpoint. Now, in the app directory, you can have your model.py, you can have your API.py, and you can have your schemas. Now, in the model.py, that's where all your models, everything that has to talk with the database, that's where it goes to. And then everything about your APIs goes to the API.py, and everything about your schemas, so that you can just be calling it wherever it's needed, right? Now, that's one of the easiest, but we have something called the cookie cutter. Like I start every code for you, very simple, so that I don't have to really go through all the stress in getting your code online. So, yes, thank you so much. Ready for question and answers. Do you have any questions? Almost saved me, to ask questions. Any question?
Yeah, so you said we can install models rather not using pip. What's UV? Let's say I want to install a model like PyTorch. It's very heavy. Does it install it fast? Yes, because installing that model itself takes a lot of time.
Yes. So basically, UV is kind of not really doing a wonderful job, but it is the process of installing PyTorch. So maybe if you are using pip install PyTorch or however you are installing your PyTorch, that UV is going to make sure that it install it as fast as possible. Okay. So if it will take like 10 minutes in using pip, it will take like 5 minutes or 4 minutes or 3 minutes or less using UV. Do you get it? So you can install it using UV, but I don't know if it will be too big like that. Get it?
Yeah, would you mind like talking about like how that's possible? Maybe does it drop some things or those things?
You said?
Yeah, like the technology behind it. Does it drop some stuff? How is it possible? How is it able to do it?
How are you able to do what? Sorry, I don't get your question.
I mean, like, would you mind talking about like how that is possible?
You stop.
Does it drop some technologies behind? Does it drop some frameworks to make it faster?
Yes, I don't know how it was built, but it was built with rough. But what I know is that it lets you install. You want to answer that? Do you want to answer? Or you have a question? Great. So it lets you install packages very fast. You see, pip install blah 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 package can install your project for you, but UV makes it very faster. Do you get it? So you can try it right now, installing some simple package, and you see the number of time or seconds it's used to install packages, right? Great.
Hi. So I have a small task for you. So I want you to sell Django Ninja to me because basically, I'm of the opinion that premature optimization is the root of all evil, and premature optimization is the root of all evil. Like until you actually have the reason to optimize, you should stick to. So, from my opinion, right, the features Django Ninja offers, I think they are also obtainable with Fast API alone. I think the only thing it brings in now will be the Django ORM, which when you use Tortoise ORM, Tortoise ORM is just very similar to Django ORM. So I want you to sell Django. Why should I switch to Django Ninja?
Yes.
Fast API is giving me.
Excellent. Does any Django person want to talk about this? I should answer it myself. Or more, I'll do it myself. So Django Ninja, why I will let you use Django Ninja is because for me, Fast API does the same thing though, but it looks like Fast API you have to do everything yourself. Everything. Like it gives you the freedom to do everything. But Django Ninja, it supports you with the Django like authentications, like Django, everything you know that Django does. It supports you when you are writing when you are writing an API. So instead of you having to install SQL Alchemy, or install SQL Alchemy, installing Tortoise or a lot of things. No, Django Ninja has it already, and it's making it simple. But I don't know how Tortoise does its stuff. But trust me, Django Ninja gives you the legs to work when you're using it. So you don't have to struggle a lot when you're using Django Ninja. I don't know if I sold it well, or they're not paying me.
Yeah. I think with the authentication, you already sold it well. And then you have to install the ORM yourself.
No.
Okay, that makes
You don't
sense.
even have to install Django. Automatically, as you install Django Ninja, it's already in it. And you can just use it right. Like, and the way it writes your APIs for you, like it's sometimes they have libraries that can let you write your API real quick without even having to go through all the stress in installing the SQL coming and the rest in the Fast API world. Get it?
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I saw the lady wants to ask a question. Or let the lady ask. I beg you.
This is just small. So
Okay.
I just learned today that you can use Django for front end and back end.
Yes.
But my question now is, which framework can I use for mobile?
For
Mobile.
Flutter. I'm sorry, we're not talking about Flutter here.
No Python framework.
We have Kiwi is there. Kiwi can use for Python, but well, all the best in using Kiwi, bro. Yeah. Yes.
Does the Django Ninja also have his library?
Yes. So you can. I give. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Great. You to come, don't worry. I'll send you my slides. Yes, so it does. All right. Great. Any other question? Yes, sir. Victor, are you okay with the question? Do you have a question?
Hi. So I have two questions. The first one is, does it handle serialization? I mean, with Django REST framework, you can handle serialization in such a way like before you return the output back to the user, you can edit the model, like basically the model fields. You can edit them before you return them back to the user. Like, it's possible to do something similar like this. And the second question is, how do you manage migrations with this? Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. That's a cool question. Did you use Django already? From the words you said, yes. So the first question was, how do you do what again? Serialization. So we use that in the schemas, right? You do that using your schemas. Now, as you can see, when I go back to writing my schemas, here is employee out, meaning that this is what I want the users to see. Basically, I'm writing serialization in your schemas.py, meaning that you write whatever you want to go into your database and what you want it to go out to your consumers. So I have time is up.
Yeah.
employee.in here, meaning that this is what is going into the database. So that's the schemas taking care of everything going into the database. And the employee out is what is taking care of what the user is seeing or what everyone is consuming there. Yes. Do you get it? Did I answer your question? My time is up.
Yes, thank you.
I'll answer the second one in the floor.
Round of applause, please.